Hello everybody, we are back for another episode of Being with Tim. I'm Tim, these are the bees, so being with Tim, get it? So today what we're doing is checking in on this hive and this hive to get you up to speed on what happened in the previous weeks. These have been newly installed about 2 weeks ago, exactly 2 weeks ago actually, and we forgot to release the queens from their cages. So the queens were locked up for about a week, and then we checked in last time. The queens had been released at that point, but they weren't laying any eggs, and these hives had started some superseded cells to make their own new queen because the OG queen was locked up. So we don't know what happened. Did she get overthrown? Did she not get overthrown? Is she currently laying eggs? It's the Game of Thrones of bees happening right here, without the dragons, but with a lot of bees. I think that's probably better. And if they did kill the OG queen, that would be sad. So we'd probably be blaming the WHO or China or Europe, because that's what's done nowadays. Just blame anybody else. Okay, so this is the front of the first hive. There's not too much activity. That is a little bit concerning. Since its main nectar flow, the bees should really be flying. The second hive is looking much better. So we got a lot more bees going in and out. So I'm more hopeful about this hive. Just while we're at it, here's the other one. They're fanning a lot right now because it's very warm. Cooling down that hive to optimal temperature so the larvae don't die. This hive has more activity because it is massive. Look at it. Boom, boom, boom. I just did some math the other day that the lockdown keeps happening, which we don't know how long it's going to be because the orange in chief just suggested that we inject some disinfectant. Just to clarify, I do not support that claim. How is this real? Anyway, so we're still locked down, but this hive has 70 days worth of honey in it for a human to survive. So I feel like, worst come to worst, I can live off these bees. Now, reviewer number one is probably gonna say, in the absence of even rudimentary supporting information, we can't even critically interpret this 70-day claim. So, you know what? To that I say, excellent point. I'm gonna make a SI figure, and we'll cut that into this video. Check it out. We are not using a smoker today because we're feeling lucky. So, caterpillar. Ooh. Hello. All right. Sorry, brah. Okay. So let's see. Okay, you know what? I forgot my hive tool. That's on me. We are back in business. Okay, so there's a lot of bees coming out. It's good. We want a lot of bees. Holy moly, that is excellent. Yes. This is a lot of bees. Look at them. And they're actually very peaceful today, which is good. That probably means they're happy and it's a healthy hive. They're all just doing their thing. All cute and busy. Look at you guys. You're so cute. Oh. Hello. Yeah. Hello. Coochie, coochie, coo. Oh, that's Sarah. Sarah's a little bit aggressive these days. Right here, flying around the camera. So, I'm not setting up a time lapse this time. Instead, we're gonna go straight for shot on goal. And I'm gonna pull out the frame that has the queen on it. You guys ready for that? Now you might be thinking, how is he gonna know which frame has the queen on it? To which I say, I don't, but I'm feeling lucky about it. Okay, so I've gone through half of the frames in here, and all I have found is honey. There's no brood right now, and if you look here, the superseded cell is still happening. There it is. Now, Does it have anything in it? No, it is empty. Oh, it's getting exciting. We got another superseded cell. They aren't really building them out much, and that might mean that they're tearing it down. It looks like, it's a little bit damaged over here, so maybe they are taking it down. I'm not really sure. All right, I have found her. She was on the second to last frame, and in better news, there's also a ton of brood. Let me see if I can find her again. There she is. Bees are not too happy about my phone today, so they are attacking it. I'm also not using a smoker. They are up in arms about my phone. I feel like sometimes they're just very unkind to me. I don't really know if I deserve that, Easy to question all sorts of things. Are you even worthy of love? It's just a downhill spiral after that. Next, you find yourself solemnly burning some herb in the shed. Got a bunch of brood in this frame. So I think we are totally set with this hive. We got their queen out, the queen's laying, the bees are hauling in honey. Now, I think they need to work on their temperament a little bit. But, can you really blame them? Actually, yeah. No, well, yeah, it's unclear. Shoot. Check out that upside down fanning bee. That bee has hella swag. Look at it. Everybody else is fanning in the right orientation, and this bee's like, nah man, I'm gonna do this upside down. Now, the question is about the second hive, which is not seeing a lot of activity. So this I am concerned about. Now, they end up not having a queen in here that ever laid any eggs. We can make a new queen for them from this other hive, which did make it. But that's, of course, only plan B. Get it? Okay, so immediately we see that there are not as many bees in here, which means I don't really know what that means. I know a lot of things. They're building some cross comb. That's naughty. Guys, stop doing that. You're not supposed to be building the comb there. Now I can't open this very well. They glued up the whole place. Okay, all right, so we'll go into this hive and see if we find the queen. There's 3 totally empty frames here. Not really sure what they've been doing. An option is that they got too high on 420 and ate all their honey. And now they're just lazy. But in the absence of evidence, we cannot conclude such things. Okay, well, there is a little bit of honey over here. Look at that. Oh wow, that is amazing. Wow, that is so beautiful. Can we get a better shot of this? Let's just see the queen is not on here. Put these babies down. Oh my god, look at this. There's a lot of brood in the center, and you can see just tons of larvae. These are about to be capped for development. It's a beautiful pattern. So she's laid an entire frame here, and then there's honey at the top. See the glistening stuff? That's the honey. So these bees maybe they just are not very organized. They put all their stuff on on one side of the hive and didn't really care about the other side. So we'll fix their organizational problem at the end of this video. But a lot of bees. Maybe I should submerge my phone in here on a string. Oh, okay, no, not doing that. Here's that part of the hive that just got glued together, which now will make a little bit of a mess. Oh, it's not that bad, but we'll clean that up to not get them started on a bad habit. So what they've done is they've just made a super thick frame over here by drawing it out this way instead of building new comb on this empty frame. And you know what? They're on my phone again. It's kind of funny. Maybe they marked it as the enemy. I don't know if you can hear them. They're trying to sting my phone. Now, of course, evolution did not prepare me for that. Now, so what I'll do here is I'll slide in an empty frame between the full frames. Hopefully they won't do this again, but I'll draw out these empty frames. So I went through this hive at least 5 times, and I was unable to find the queen. So I don't know what happened. Is she not in here? Sometimes she's sitting at the bottom of the box. Did she fall out? But what will happen is they'll take one of the eggs that she laid and turn that into a new queen, should she in fact be missing. So they'll just make their own new queen. Yeah, not really sure what happened. Did they kill her? Was she sick? She did lay a very decent bunch of brood, so we'll have to come back next week and check it out. So just when you think the Game of Thrones is over, the Game of Thrones continues. We'll be back next week to check in on that hive and see what they ended up deciding to do. Or if I just missed a queen, that's very possible.